Greetings, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for liking, sharing, and subscribing. When you subscribe, please remember to turn on the notification bell and to set it at the all setting. This way, you are going to be notified for all of the activities on this channel. Remember, these are general readings, and if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, please email me at lightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.lightworker.com. You are going to find my contact information also posted down here below in the show more description box. For those of you who would like to know more, I have done a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac, available for download and purchase for those of you interested through the Vimeo link, again posted down here below in the show more description box. Remember to listen for your rising sign and your moon sign as well, because you are going to get additional information. For this reading for Sagittarius for October 2023, I am doing in the first portion an Akashic Records reading, and then at the end I will be opening a few tarot cards to see what additional messages are coming in for you through the tarot cards. So now, Sagittarius, without further ado, let's focus on this Akashic Records reading for your sign for October 2023. Sagittarius, you may have to let go. You are going to be forced to kind of let go many of your insecurities, fears, anxieties, or worries that you could be having at this time. Some of you could be forced to re-examine a relationship that you have. This could be a relationship in love, a love relationship, a partnership that you may be having someone with whom you collaborate with. You may be forced to examine your alliances. You are going to be forced in some way to contemplate about life right now as it is, and to contemplate about possible choices. You are going to be dealing with important financial matters. For some of you, this is in connection to a mortgage waiting to be approved, and hearing about a loan, a sponsorship. Some of you have been applied to get into some sort of a program, waiting for a membership to be approved into a community that you like to associate with, into a country club or an organization. Something that you have been waiting for it to happen. Maybe you have done some research about it. For some of you, it is waiting for the approval of some sort of a process or an application. It does feel that the answers will be arriving between October and November 2023. You are going to be feeling a little bit thrown off your balance, but before you know it, you are going to be able to resume. You are going to be able to find your emotional home. You are going to be able to find your center again. You may have to deal with news and information coming to you out of nowhere, and it's going to be a mixed type of news and information. For some of you, what you are hearing, news information, seems to be very good and very positive. It is connected to some sort of a success. But for other ones, it does feel that you may be asked, this news or information that comes in may not necessarily be exactly what you wanted. It's not negative, but it may be asking you for additional documentation, or there's going to be an additional time for you to wait. Believe it or not, delays are never good, right? But believe it or not, Sagittarius, it may end up working in your favor if you are bound to run into whatever kind of delays. Sometimes you may be questioning yourself, you may be questioning the trust, somebody trusts you or not. Do you trust others, a circumstance, or an event? All of these trust related matters are going to be on focus. You may be shifting your feelings about trust in a person, a man, a relationship, a woman, a circumstance. And these feelings may be shifting, okay? You may not know whether to trust or not to trust. Some of you are waiting for some evidence, or you may be waiting for a person to see how they're going to act, what they're going to do, what they're going to say, in order for you to decide whether you trust them or not. Many of you are going to be thinking of making changes. You're going to feel like, I want something to change, I want something new. You may feel drawn to get out of your ordinary life, your ordinary routine. Many of you are going to be looking for emotional nourishment, emotional balance, emotional support somewhere else. If you are a Sagittarius that you are not getting what you need emotionally where you are from people around you or circumstances around you, you are going to start to think maybe you need to get this emotional support or what you need emotionally somewhere else. And for some of you, it could be that you may be thinking about another person other than the person with whom you have a relationship with, or other than the person that you are married with. Some of you are going to be dealing with affairs and circumstances from the past. You may have to deal again with some sort of a business contract or business type situation from the past. There's going to be more additional paperwork that may need to come through. You may need to provide it, the other party may need to provide it. So it does feel that for many of you, you are in the process of finalizing something, and it may be connected to additional information or additional paperwork. Some of you during this time are finalizing plans about a gathering, finalizing plans about trips, contracts, family gatherings, family festivities, finalizing plans about a home or possibly moving. Some of you may be thinking about moving into a new home or buying a new property. And I also see many of you being able to complete or finalize something that you have been working on, like a book deal, or an agreement. Finalizing, maybe you had to renew your website if you have one and it's been done or finalized, completed. You may be completing an important project at your work, It does feel that teamwork, any type of teamwork will be going very well. Many of you are going to be put in charge. The family may be asking you to take over, to take some responsibilities, to be in charge. For some of you, you could be assigned to lead a group of people, a team of people, to be the leader on a project, or having to deal with matters of leadership in the place of work. For some of you, it could also be about potentially being assigned the role of a supervisor, a manager, or a higher role. If you are already into these positions and maybe you feel that you are working way too hard, it could be during this time that you are going to think about delegating, making some agreements to free yourself from these extra responsibilities. You are also going to be taking a better look at your physical body and your health, because for some of you, you may be worried or have some anxiety. Maybe something happens to somebody else with their health, and that's going to make you think and put your whole life in perspective and health into a different perspective. So for some of you, you are going to choose to focus on making better your physical body and your health. You may also be under pressure, to feel better, to look better, or to perform better. So it is up to you to decide what is it that you need to let go of these extra responsibilities, and what is it that you like to take on. Where is your balance in this? What can you do and what you cannot do at this time? Some of you are going to be dealing with communication coming to you from a foreign person, a foreign country, dealing with foreign companies, foreign products. You may have to ship, return, turn back something that maybe you purchased. And for many of you, many of the signs in the YouTube video, but also for many of the signs in the Vimeo videos as well, there was a similar message about saving your receipts, saving proof of payment, because you never know when you are going to be needing that again. Some of you are going to be dealing with news about a product being recalled. You could be having a little bit of a reaction to something that you eat, maybe to chemicals that you may be using in cleaning products or in other products that you may be using. So some of you may be discovering that you are sensitive to some chemicals or some products that you may be using at this time. You may be feeling emotionally like you are wearing your emotions in your sleeve, being excited, being down one moment, so still struggling to find your equilibrium. I'm not getting the sense that October has any big red flags for you. It does feel a little bit like working toward resolution. So working toward to find solutions to little problems, solutions to big problems. So everything will come together for you. So you are advised not to panic. If you are someone who has a tendency, your first reaction is to panic, don't. Everything will be fine at the end of the day or at the end of the month. You are bound to have some minor problems, but all of these are very fixable. And I'm also shown that for those of you dealing with important deadlines, timing could be of essence. You are going to be able to manage. You also have to trust your own instinct and your own gut and your own intuition. Many of you could be resuming at this time. If you disconnected from meditation, you may be resuming meditation, contemplating, going out in nature, spending time on yourself, having fun, reconnecting with others. So you are going to be reconnecting to activities that you did that either gave you great pleasure, or they had a tendency to calm you down because they gave you a better perspective, and maybe for some reason you felt better in charge of your life, better in charge of your health. So life, it does feel that maybe due to some planetary movements and eclipses that are going to take place, you have to understand sometimes karma comes in. There's nothing you can do about it. But it does feel that this set of eclipses will turn out to be extremely very positive for you. In the next 6 months of your life, you are going to witness yourself one problem, find your resolution being resolved, one after another, one goal being reached after another. From October and on forward 6 months of your life, you are in the great energy to reach a major settlement. This could be due to a lawsuit, finally being able in the next 6 months to reach a major settlement. For some of you could be a divorce settlement or a major deal or a major agreement. So you are bound to have a major lack in money. If you are somebody who has been feeling forgetfulness did seem to show up like for a lot of other signs as well. Okay, it does feel that something that you lost will be returned to you. But during this time, you are asked to protect and to defend your intellectual property, whatever that means for you. Sometimes you have to know, Sagittarius, when to stop so that you can recharge, when to continue. Okay? And when is it that you need to spend more time and energy in a new goal, new priorities? Because believe me, your priorities will start to shift in October. Other situations will take priority. New people in your life may be taking priority. So you are asked once again to go with the flow. And if you are traveling, if you are dealing with important timing issues, you are asked to allow for extra time, wiggle room. Like if you are traveling, show up in time. If you are doing something else, like try to do everything ahead of time, because for some reason timing is going to be of an essence. So anything that you are doing, events that you are attending, so allow for some extra time, allow for some extra room, allow for wiggle time, if that makes sense. And no, I am not done yet. I'm going to open a few tarot cards for you and to see what other messages are showing up. In the meantime, for those of you who are interested, I have done a whole new reading for you, for your sign, and for each sign of the zodiac, available for download and purchase through the Vimeo link posted down here below. So just click on the link and that's going to take you to a whole new reading for your sign and for each sign of the zodiac. The first card that wanted to show up for you, Sagittarius, is Six of Swords. To me, it means travel. It means moving forwards, traveling towards a new place or a new idea, towards a new adventure in life, even toward a new life altogether. It means this trip, this voyage could be a mental voyage toward a new idea, a new philosophy, a new religion. It could also be a physical voyage. So it does feel that you are leaving behind you physically or emotionally, energetically, mentally. You are leaving behind you anything that no longer worked for you. Okay, some of you may be in the process of moving to a whole new country altogether. Sometimes this card also represents a counselor or a book that may show up to guide you through this new journey. For those of you looking to have a teacher, a mentor, or a spiritual guidance, a spiritual mentor, it does feel that you are going to be able to be connected to one. Some of you could be preparing to attend a spiritual retreat, making arrangements for that to happen. This may be taking place in the next 6 months, but you could be getting in touch, doing the research, making a plan and arrangements for that to happen. And some of you Sagittarians are going to show up to be a powerful force to be reckoned with. You are going to show up to be a powerful force in the workplace. Whoever is trying to deceive you, take an opportunity away from you, to take credibility for your work, they don't know what is it that they are messing with. You are going to claim your power. Okay, and you are going to be able to do that by being authentic to who you are. If you are dealing with obstacles in other areas of your life, again, you are going to show up to be a powerful force to reckon with. So there's nothing stopping you. For some of you, this could be you being in the process of creating a book, launching a book, advertising for a book. If you are on social media activities, a channel, followers that you may have, it's going to receive some sort of a growth, okay? So you're going to feel under the spotlight in a good sense. The next card that you have is Ace of Wands. To me, it means a breakthrough coming up, showing up for you out of nowhere. God intervening somehow to give you news or information that you may not even know that you need right now. Sometimes this card to me also means birth of a child. You are going to feel connected. For those of you who are spiritual, for those of you who are looking to develop your intuition, your psychic ability, you are going to feel connected to a higher dimension. Many of you are going to be having important news or information that is going to show up for you through a dream, Many of you will start to book a reading. This could be an astrological chart being done, a reading, an Akashic reading, tarot, Reiki. You may be doing some energy work, like paying for services to do that, and it's going to be doing wonders for you. Among your relatives, family, and friends, it does feel that your reputation is growing. Where is it that before you didn't feel appreciated? Now you're going to feel appreciated. You know, sometimes you feel like taken for granted, and that happens especially to mothers. Okay, so all of that is about to change. Many of you are going to be in a special place, in a special position, where you are going to feel that either your spouse is honoring you, your family and friends, your children are honoring you, or you could be receiving honors, okay, or accolades through the work that you do. You are going to be able to resolve a matter connected to a land. I don't know, I'm showing the land, an inheritance, or like generational trauma, or a problem that has been going on for generations. It could be the moment that you show up, okay, and something here is being resolved. So I keep getting like issues about a land being resolved a lot through that card. The next cards that you have is triangle and long distance. Now understand that I read the cards intuitively. I give you the meaning of the card first, and then my spiritual team tells me why this card showed up, okay, and they give me a message behind it. The first card is the triangle card, being caught in between two people, having to choose between two people. You are interested in dating two people, or a person that you have an interest, a romantic interest, or a person that you are dating. That could be the person dating you and someone else. And if that doesn't make sense to you, it simply means being caught between two choices, okay, what to choose, this choice or that choice, which direction to go, this direction or that direction. And this card also means that an ex is interfering in your life right now. It could also be that family is interfering in your affairs, and you may be forced to choose between the family and this person. For those of you dealing with an ex, you may be forced to deal with an ex, or this new situation, or this new love. You are for sure going to feel under pressure to show up and to be the best, to look good. Okay, you are going to feel under pressure to feel better, or with your health, to resolve some health related matters. For some of you, it's going to be more so about your place of living. Do you need to change your environment? Do you need to do something about it? Do you need to move? And some of you it's going to be a circumstance connected to a work opportunity. There could be a chance that due to some work opportunity, you may be asked to move. You could be still trying to sort out a situation and to make that decision. For those of you dealing with an ex, this could be ex-husband, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, an ex-boss. I'm not getting the sense that this could be 100% a situation that works in your favor. There's something for you to gain, but generally speaking, this is a general reading. You have your own personal circumstance. You are not advised to connect to an ex from your past in a love romantic sense, or to come back together as a couple. For many of you dealing with this circumstance, you are asked to be open to new opportunities, because it does feel that whatever was going on between you and this ex, it has run its course. Maybe you need some emotional closure, but I don't see a great triumph here in the relationship working this time around. So you may need a personal reading. Do leave me a comment down here below. I never know, so I need to have your input on this. So do leave me a comment. The next card that you have is long distance. It means that you may be thinking of traveling abroad, receiving news and information from foreign people who have a different background from you, or foreign countries. Sometimes this card also represents an import-export business. It means that somebody is putting some distance between you. They may be putting a physical distance between the two of you. They may be putting an emotional and mental distance between the two of you. And my spiritual team is also telling me that you could be the one thinking on putting some distance between you and a person, putting some emotional, mental distance between the two of you, or even a physical distance. For some of you, your love interest lives abroad or at a long distance, so you may still be trying to make happen a long distance relationship, and during this time you may have to make an important decision about this long distance relationship. I'm also shown that for some of you, you may be dealing with a cruise, a ship, a boat. You could be visiting places that are by the sea. It's like you're trying to catch the last glimpses of the season, spending more time in nature, like feeling the need to kind of clear your mind, spending some time with yourself, and potentially thinking about the outcome of a relationship or the outcome of a move. So it's like you're trying to weigh the pros and the cons. You may be launching something new, and I'm not just talking about a new relationship. Some of you could be on the verge of launching some sort of a new business deal or a new business partnership. The next card that you have is contemplation time, and they spoke about contemplation many times in this reading. Okay, contemplation time. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. For many of you, you are asked to clear your mind, okay? You are dealing with a lot of people who are trying to influence your thinking, your decisions. For many of you, it is through you being connected to your authentic voice that you are going to be able to move forward in life, whether you have to make a decision or not. I see many of you taking voice lessons, public speaking, communication courses, or trying to do that, to learn that on your own. Okay, so for some of you, it's connected to your throat chakra, dealing with some problems with your voice, thyroids, so something that is in connection to your throat. For other ones, it does feel a little bit like your body needs to move. You may feel the need to walk, to spend time in nature, or even to reconnect to some of your old good friends, family and relatives that you haven't seen in a while. Some of you are going to learn about your spirit animal guides. You could be learning that there are some people who specialize into actually speaking to animals, doing some work with animals, or spending time with children and animals. This time around, it's not about you having to wait for the universe for some sign. It's more about you gaining the clarity that you need, making a decision, and the universe will back you up. If it is traveling abroad, living abroad that you need, make up your mind about it. And I do see many of you in the next 2 years successfully traveling abroad, getting a visa, or successfully living or studying abroad. Some of you during this time, you are going to receive news about, I don't know why, I keep getting like Hawaii vibes from this card. You may also be receiving specific news about Hawaii or tropical places at this time. If you are somebody who is dealing with home insurance, news about a reimbursement of some sort, you are going to receive news. So you're going to receive news about it. New contracts are in the making, and they are also talking about new verbal agreements that are going to take place at this time. Make sure that you are not promising more than you can handle, that you are not promising more than you can do. I hope that this is making sense to you. Do leave me a comment down here below. If you'd like to know more, I have done a whole new reading for you, for your sign, and for each sign of the zodiac, available for download and purchase through Vimeo.com through the link posted down here below in the show more description box. Thank you very much again for being here, for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Email me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com or visit my website www.amalightworker.com. Thank you very much, Sagittarius, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye for now.